Hello and welcome to another episode of Honest Nonsense. I'm hungover, which is a good thing. I got drunk last night. So let's see how this fucking thing goes, huh? Um, this week had a lot of fucking news in it. Um, Devin Nunes got recorded being the partisan piece of shit that he is, but I wrote about it. You can look that up, and also I'm going to talk about it. I want to talk about that kind of stuff with Devin and others, more so than just talking to a microphone, and that's it. There's some other shit I want, like Laura Ingraham and Fox News being a racist entity. I want to talk about that in a different setting as well. So I'm just going to talk about the things that I don't need them for necessarily, but there's some that I do. One of those being the Devin Nunes stuff, because the right, again, the same day that the news comes out that Devin Nunes is a partisan piece of shit, is another day that the right tries to do Fusion GPS was hired by Hillary. Yeah, after the Never Trumpers were left with only Trump. The guy, Glenn Simpson, used to write articles nonstop about anti-Hillary. So it's just been really annoying. So their idea of a fucking the big showstopper is something they've been trying to use for fucking ever. Meanwhile, Devin Nunes, news comes out that he's a piece of shit. It's just, go look it up. Go on the honestnonsense.wixsite.com/my site, and you'll find the Devin Nunes piece. So this week, boy, there was some fucking nonsense this week, man. Like a Saudi Arabia state media Twitter account posted a tweeted message threatening Canada with their own 9/11. Now, why would that? Well, they tweeted, as the Arabic saying goes, he who interferes with what doesn't concern him finds what doesn't please him. And then there's a picture of a plane flying towards the city. Now, why is this happening? Well, it all happened when Canada decided to, Canada's official foreign policy account tweeted that they were gravely concerned about a surge in arrests of women rights activists. To quote their tweet, quote, Canada is gravely concerned about additional arrests of civil society and women rights activists in #Saudi Arabia, including Samar Badwadi. We urge the Saudi authorities to immediately release them and all other peaceful #human rights activists. So my thing is Saudi Arabia is just like, oh yeah, trying to hide that we did 9/11. Yeah, you know what? Fuck that. We're just gonna ride it. We're just gonna ride that 9/11 train now in a whole different path. But it's just also, with Saudi Arabia, so Western journalists like to go ooh, Saudi Arabia is letting women drive. Ooh, yeah, look at Saudi Arabia. And it's oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, they let women drive, and then after that, they arrested all the women that did the protesting to get the driving. Jesus. People like Thomas Friedman, when it comes to Saudi Arabia, shut the fuck up. Fuck Thomas Friedman. Speaking of dictatorships like Saudi Arabia, Americans want it. A new poll finds that 29% of the American population agree that the press is the enemy of the people. My God, how many fucking stories about people being broke did the press need to fucking do, people? Like, Jesus Christ, I don't mean to sound like a unsympathetic figure to the poor, but it's like, my God, man. How many fucking news organizations have to run a story about people being poor before you fucking realize that they're writing about it? Oh yeah, that's right, you don't have the fucking internet. That might help. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. You know, like, okay, fine. Yeah, Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. Yeah, they fucking suck. There's a thing called the fucking internet, man. There's a thing called fucking local news. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, there's more news out there than just 4 fucking companies. There's more online shit than the New York Times and the Washington Post and whatever. Like, you can fucking find shit. You can find your own shit. You can go fucking on Breitbart, you fucking faggots. I don't know. Sorry for saying faggots. That's rude. It's not against gay people. Faggots is like the episode of South Park. Faggots, to me, is douchebags. Harley bike riders are faggots. They're not gay. They're douchebags. But fucking shit, man. Like, God, people are just so, like... I used to be like, oh, yeah, the media doesn't cover things on poverty and shit. It's like, but Jesus Christ, man. How many times does a journalist have to stand in front of a homeless shelter before they, like... It gets covered. Like, just Google search, like... homeless. Like, there's stories about the homeless, and it's just... or poverty, or pollution, or corrupt, like... this shit's being fucking covered. It's just that people don't fucking read. That's why they bitch. That's why they say Fox News and MSNBC and blah 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 is all bullshit. Is because they fucking don't read. They just watch fucking television. God, fucking shit, man. So not only so the poll finds that 29% of the American people think that the press is the enemy of people. 48% of Republicans view the media as the enemy of the people. Jesus Christ. Fucking God. Yeah, I saw a picture posted where it was 2 fucking white guys at a Trump rally wearing a shirt that said, "I'd rather be Russian than a Democrat." Good for you, you fucking fuckers. God. Yeah, I'd rather be, but meanwhile, fuck Colin Kaepernick for kneeling. Fucking piece of shits. 68% of Democrats think journalists are working in good faith, whereas only 29% of Republicans view the media as being good faith actors. Yeah, it's really... That's not that shocking that Republicans would say that, considering that they fucking watch Fox News. 26% of people surveyed agreed that the president should have the authority to close news outlets engaged in bad behavior. 43% of Republicans think that Trump should be able to close those media outlets. Woo! Yeah! Hell yeah! Dictatorship, here we come! Fucking love the goddamn Republicans. Woo! 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 Speaking of undemocratic people, Chris Kobach, the guy, Secretary of State, running for the GOP. So it was like, oh, he's up by a lot, and then they did counting, and then they realized, oh shit, Chris Kobach is only up by 91 votes. So the discrepancy was with the results in Thomas County, where the county clerk said Collier got 522 votes, not the 422 votes he was listed as having received on the Secretary of State's website. The Secretary of State's office on election night was listing Collier's total as 522. or she sent that to CNN and to the Secretary of State's office that he had 522 votes. She said she hadn't had time to inform the Secretary of State's office that its unofficial result total was inaccurate. Those recount requests must be filed with the Kansas State Secretary of State's office. Chris Kobach is the Secretary of State. Now, Chris Kobach has agreed to fucking recuse himself, even though he was declining to do so. And the reason why Chris Kobach is important is he was the one that was the head of this bullshit committee that was looking into the 4 million illegal votes casted for Hillary, when all it was is that Donald Trump just couldn't fucking handle winning, not getting the majority by winning with the electoral college. Donald Trump couldn't fucking handle it because Donald Trump is one of the most narcissistic motherfuckers that the United States of America has ever produced. He is a sick fuck. Donald Trump is a sick fuck. And by the way, with Nunes and getting Brett Kavanaugh elected to the Supreme Court, with Donald Trump and everything that is Republican, they want to get rid of the Voting Rights Act that was passed in the Civil Rights Act. And, Chris Kobach, by the way, he's one of those white genocide fucking douchebags called into his radio show because guess what? That's the requirement to become a Republican candidate, politician, vice president, whatever. You have to either host a reality TV show or you have to be a fucking radio show host. And that is the credentials to being an elected official in this fucking country now for the right. But Chris Kobach got called in about a white genocide. There's brown people are gonna come and the Guatemalans and the Mexicans are gonna kill all the white people. And Chris Kobach agreed with that radio caller. And it's why people like Donald Trump and just really, unless you're a racist, there's really no reason to vote Republican. And if you say you're not a racist and you vote Republican, guess what? Congratulations, you're not a racist. You're a fucking moron. Congratulations. What an improvement. I'm not racist. I'm just a fucking idiot. The reason why I bring up race is because police allegedly left a bait truck filled with Nike shoes in a black Chicago neighborhood. That's just fucking great. So yeah, cops are just driving, they just that's literally what they do is they're literally taking a truck filled with fucking shoes, they're taking it to a poor black neighborhood, and they're leaving it there, and they're waiting. They're just, all right, we're just waiting. We're just waiting for the fucking black guys. Look at that. Go! Fucking black guys! Jesus Christ. But don't worry, white people. Yeah, there's not a difference between policing. There's not a difference, white people. Being white is exactly the same thing as being black in America. Because I know as a white person, you see this all the time. God. See that Randy Moss when he wide receiver, Hall of Fame wide receiver. He just got elected into the Hall of Fame, and during his Hall of Fame, or wearing his, where they wear those fucking yellow outfits, those yellow jackets, and he gave a speech and all that. But the tie he was wearing had all the names of people that were, all the black people that have been killed by cops in, in recent history. One of those people was Stephon Clark from Sacramento, and some Black Lives Matters activists crashed the wedding of one of the guys that killed Stephon Clark. Actually, I'm just not killed. They murdered. They fucking murdered. You know why? Because guess what? They could have had a flashlight. They could have put on a flashlight. You know, like, hey, you have a. That's like the point of being in the dark. You got your gun in your one hand, and you got the flashlight in the other. And when before shooting the fucking guy, you flip on that flashlight and you see whether the fuck the guy's got a gun or what he's doing. Nope, in just blank darkness, they're like telling him to stand up, and then they're like, oh shit, he's got a gun! He's got a gun! Pop, 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 pop. Oh yeah, that wasn't a gun. That was his fucking cell phone. My God. And so fucking Randy Moss was wearing a shirt with his name on it. Thank God for Randy Moss. God bless him. And I am sorry, black people, that you have to fucking 400 years of hell in this country. It's just fucking these. It reminds you, you know, like people telling Colin Kaepernick and football players and shit that, oh, fucking Mark Levine, man, that motherfucker, I want to punch that dude in the fucking twat. He posted, Mark Levine's a fascist radio talk show host. I say fascist because he just is just a Republican. And he goes, oh, that's not what I wanted. That was I tweeted on our Honest Nonsense Twitter page. I've tweeted him a few times because it's just Jesus Christ Almighty. He is just a piece of shit, and that is just what it is. I'm just gonna have to go to Mark Levine. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. He posted a story about, oh God, I'm sorry for going on Twitter, because here's a Donald Trump tweet 5 hours ago. I have just authorized. Woo! I'm an idiot. Authorized a doubling of tariffs on steel and aluminum with respect to Turkey as their currency. The Turkish lira slides rapidly downward against our very strong dollar. Aluminum will now be 20% and steel 50%. Our relations with Turkey are not good at this time. Is there any country other than fucking Saudi Arabia we're doing good with, or any dictator? Well, actually, that's a dictatorship. You know what? That is insane. The idea that to do a tariff. I mean, Turkey is if I was Turkey, I'd say, your troops, get the fuck out. All right? Oh, you want to put a tariff on our steel and aluminum, Trump? Okay, fine. You know what? Your fucking military bases, your vital military bases to fight ISIS and shit. You know what? Get them the fuck out. God, this guy's such a fucking... Oh, my God. Oh, I need to get off Twitter because now I just saw a Laura Ingraham fucking thing where it's like ICE rating targeting employers and more than 100 workers. Oh, I can't get it because I've looked at the Washington Post too much without paying. Oh, it doesn't matter. I gotta click out of it and read the bottom part of it fast. I'm so sorry. Oh, well, you know what? It's about ICE, which means it's Laura Ingraham. Illegal workers unlawfully line their own pockets by cheating the workers, cheating the taxpayers, and cheating their business competitors. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, well, there you go. Laura Ingraham just proved her own fucking point wrong. She's a white nationalist piece of shit. And she just posted an article proving that, guess what? You get taken advantage of by being a fucking illegal immigrant. Oh, here's also NFL players are at it again, taking a knee when they should be standing proudly for the national anthem. Numerous players from different teams want to show their outrage at something that most of them are unable to define. They make a fortune doing what they love. Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! No, they're taking a knee because black people get shot because you, Trump, are a racist motherfucker. And by the way, you fucking dodged fucking Vietnam, you motherfucker! God damn! God damn! God! I want to fucking... Oh, then here's another Sean Hannity. Here we go. NFL players protesting anthem during the 2008 postseason. Yeah, because their fucking president is a fucking racist shithead. Yes, they should be. That means, you know what? An athlete protesting the national anthem shows me that fucking person knows what the fuck is going on. They fucking know we live in a time where people like Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham control fucking the thought process for millions of people. That Donald Trump is the fucking president of the United States. That goes after fucking LeBron James after LeBron James has just opened a fucking school. A school for kids with fucking... They had nowhere to go in life. They were fucked. And fucking LeBron James comes in with his own fucking money and boots them up because guess what? Donald Trump has someone like fucking Betsy DeVos running our education system. A bitch who has a fucking... Fox... I just saw on Vox, not Fox, VOX, where fucking... They showed a picture of one of her... This is her summer home. And it is a fucking massive mansion. And it just highlights the grotesque economic structure of this country. That no one, should live in a house like that. Sorry to sound like a communist, but you don't need a house with hundreds of fucking rooms. It's unnecessary. It's unfucking necessary. It's disgusting. But these fucking athletes, man, like, good for them. Keep protesting because guess what? Our president is a draft-dodging, racist piece of shit. Well, he got to write, oh, I have a bone spur in my foot. He didn't say which foot. He just said he had a bone spur in a foot. While he got to do that, black people got drafted to go die for some dumb fucking war. God, I fucking hate this guy. Fuck the right. Fuck the right. Fuck you. Oh, really? You don't like freedom of speech? I thought you guys were so fucking. Oh my God, you pansies. Get over it. A couple black guys are taking a knee or putting up. They're not even up. They're not even at it. Look at this. Here we go. We got NFL protest the national anthem. It's Jenkins holding up the fucking fist. Jesus Christ! They're raising a fist! They're not even kneeling! Jesus Christ! I thought they were kneeling. No, I'm looking at this article. No. Here's a Twitter. Here's Chris Fisher of NBC6. New hashtag Dolphins defensive end Robert Quinn with a fist raised during the playing of the national anthem, but I could not see anyone kneeling. So, oh my God, Sean Hannity, you can't even fucking Sean Hannity. A black guy can't even fucking hold up a fist during the national anthem. You can't even do that. Jesus Christ, you fucking... you know what, Sean Hannity? If you don't want black people holding up a fist during the national anthem, move to North Korea! Move to China, you fuck! This is America! You get to do what you fucking want! God damn, I fucking hate these people. But guess what? I don't want to silence them like they want to silence the other side. I'm just going to I'm going to bitch about it into a microphone. I'm going to bitch about it when I get with the other guys to do another podcast. I'll do it then. I'll bitch about it then. I'll bring it up to a right-winger. Hey, right-winger, why are you so fucking upset by a black guy holding up a fist? You want a black guy not to recognize their history? To be silent in an age where people are going, hey, you know what? Why is it that cops just continuously murder black people without a gun? What is up with that? Maybe it's, I don't know, it could be the 400 years of oppression that black people have faced in this country. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Yeah, it is a coincidence. God, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Donald Trump, like, fuck you. I'm going to tweet him right now. They're holding up a fist. They're holding up a fist, you fucker. Go be a joint dictator in hell. Because you don't want him to be actually a joint dictator in North Korea. That'd be awful. So let's come up with an imaginary place. I believe in God. There ain't no hell. Go be a joint dictator in hell, you asshole. They're out. So Trump goes, they're outraged at something that most of them are unable to define. They can define it, asshole. Is for cops to stop killing unarmed black people. But you know what? Once again, Donald Trump, attacking people, at something that most of them are unable to define. Because guess what? Black people are stupid. That's what he's saying. Again and again, he only attacks fucking black people for not having a high IQ, for being... black people are so dumb, they're protesting and they don't even know what the hell they're protesting for. God, I hate this motherfucker. God, I cannot wait till he's not our president. God damn. God fucking damn. Jesus, I wasn't even going to talk about this shit. I wasn't even going to be this fired up, but I just get fucking fired up with this guy. Man, he's just like, God, dude. He's why I'm a socialist, because you got two sides. You're either gonna fight for the fascists or you're gonna fight for the socialists. You gotta fight for the socialists. Outsiders can vote differently, fight differently, and view different things, but think about it this way. Once World War II ended, in Italy and in France, the people voted for the Communist Party. Why? Because the Communist Party fought the hardest against the fascists. And guess who's doing that now? Whether it's in Portland, Charlottesville, blah-de-blah, blah-de-blah, it's the Antifa and it's socialists. So... You have two sides to pick from, America. You can either be with the fascists or you can be with the fucking socialists. You can live in a white nationalist ethno-state where you have people like Trump telling black people where to stand and what to do, or you can live in a country where you have free health care. You pick it. You fucking pick it. So he goes, want to show their outrage, end quotes, at something that most of them are unable to find. They make a fortune doing what they love. Dude, Jesus Christ, you fucking moron. Hey, you're an athlete. You know what? You make a fortune doing what you do. Why the fuck do you run for president? You fucking Jesus Christ. Hey, black people, you make a fortune, so shut the fuck up. Hey, Trump, you make a fortune. Don't run for fucking president. You shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. You do what you love doing. That's fucking ripping people off and hurting people. You fucking narcissistic monster. So far I have written They're holding up a fist. Go be a joint dictator in hell, you asshole. They can define it, asshole. It's for cops to stop killing unarmed black people. You made money doing what you love. You made a bunch of money. Why the hell? You should step down from presidency. You made a bunch of money. Who the hell? Way to be president of the free world and tell people to shut up. No! No! I fucking got out of that tweet. I'll tweet him in a little bit. It's just basically, fuck that guy. God. I'm so tired now. I fucking hate this guy. He's such a piece of shit. NFL players are at it again. Taking a knee when they should be... They didn't take a knee! They're raising a black fist. You effing moron. Actually, you're just an effing racist monster. God, I fucking hate this guy so much. God, I cannot stand him. I mean, seriously, if you voted for him, like, God, you're a monster. You are a monster. Family members, you are a monster. Friends, you are a monster. This guy is a liar. Oh, damn, I forgot. I'm sorry. I apologize. I forgot I was on the podcast. I was tweeting another thing. I'm going to tweet again to Trump. Did you receive a purple star or any other star? Or any other star for your service in the military? For your service in the Vietnam War? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. That's right. Like a good old patriot, you effing dodged it. Go to hell, you monster. God. He's just, it's so blatant. This guy's, god damn, I gotta get off Twitter, man. So, speaking of veterans and shit, you remember when Trump, during his campaign, he was like, I want a veterans 24 hour! Well, turns out that's just really been a bureaucratic hellhole. So people, the staffers tasked with answering the phones have just... They've lived in hell. Because there was this man, said one, that said, He just wanted a seat for his wheelchair. He said, I don't want a new wheelchair. I don't want pain medication. I just want a seat that doesn't pinch me and hurt. And he had been trying for 7 months and he couldn't get it. I hate that. Those are the ones you want to say, all right, give me your address and I'll send you a seat. Other agents were, they got a wide range of questions from medical bills, health issues, psychological trauma, sexual assault. But staffers told the paper they were often unable to do much for the callers beyond typing out their complaints and routing them to a different department across the country. We're going to try and get you some help, Mary said to the man on her line. She was talking to an Air Force veteran who had erroneously received a bill for $350 that he did not have. But still, she could not make she's just a person who answers the phone, so she couldn't make that fucking bill go away. Some veterans have become hotline evangelists, spreading the good news about Trump's idea in private Facebook groups where veterans gathered by the thousands swap tips on navigating VA. The agency said 609 people have called to compliment the hotline's performance. So many veterans called thinking they were reaching 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue that Mary had the White House switchboard number memorized. The callers wanted to tell my boy Donald he was doing a great job. Boy, God, he is doing a great fucking job. My God. He's doing a great job at accelerating a civil war. He is doing that good of a job. One guy called to see if called Mary to a caller wanted to know whether Mary could run down the hall to see if his Omaha steaks that he had mailed to the president had arrived. So boy, that's a great good money with taxpayer money for veterans to send fucking steaks to the president. Good old taxpayer money. All right. Here's a great story. Toxic algae is overtaking Florida beaches thanks to pollution. So he's out in the, God, the pictures of it is These people are living, it's like in a bay, and this algae is so thick, it's like scooping up, it's like a foot thick of, like, instead of ice, it's just thick green algae. Thanks to cow shit and the chemical spray for the fertilizer farmers use, and just our toxic lifestyle. According to the EPA, to have the short-term health effects of direct exposure to harmful algae blooms include abdominal pain, headache, sore throat, vomiting and nausea, dry cough, diarrhea, blistering around the mouth, and pneumoma. And some scientists studying cyanobacteria suggest it could bring on a mysterious disease similar, Jesus Christ, similar to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And thanks to Governor Rick Scott, you can thank him because he's severely cut the state's environmental regulatory agency. So thank you, Republican. Now you have a state where there's a bunch of shit that is very negatively impacting you. Which, oh my God, Trump. We're gonna talk about it in another podcast this weekend, but fucking Colorado politicians are celebrating fossil fuel companies and shit and drilling for oil. At the same time, they're going through some of the most some of the largest fires in Colorado history. Donald Trump thinks we are diverting rivers to the ocean. And meanwhile, we have toxic algae blooms. And it's not just Florida, it's everywhere, man. It is fucking everywhere. And it's just like, you know what? I should just enjoy life because, honestly, like, we're just going to do this dance until it's all over. And that's the honest stuff. And let's get into some nonsense. Jim Carrey did an interview with TV critics about why he's doing the drawings he's doing. And it's really his cathartic way of dealing with the nightmare we're living in. And really, God bless him, because it's honestly been one of the few things that's really made me feel better is fucking the shit, his fucking things. And, one of them was about fucking Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And her father, former Governor Mike Huckabee, called it ugly, said it was ugly and it was sexist and bigoted. Said the man who supports Donald Trump. Excuse me. Or who has said, for Democrats to reduce women to beggars for cheap government-funded birth control is demeaning to the women that I know who are far more complicated than their libido and the management of their reproductive system. In other words, Sarah Sanders can have fucking babies because she's got daddy. Is that what you're saying? I mean, but that's the guy who's going to say what's sexist or not. Dude, oh God, fuck Sam. Dude, I'm done with talking politics. I really don't. I'm done. I'm done. I've yelled and yelled and yelled, and I'm tired. Lindsay Lohan says, sharing Me Too stories makes women look weak. In a recent interview with the Times of London, the actor weighed in on the Me Too movement, saying, quote, I'm going to get to really hate myself for saying this, but I think by women speaking against all these things, it makes them look weak when they are very strong women. So, women are strong to come out with their stories because they could have negative impacts on their life. Go watch the last John Oliver episode to see that. And so they come out with it, but that makes them weak for doing what makes them strong. That is fantastic, Lindsay Lohan. You are such a genius. It's like I haven't been in the news in a long time. And so I figured, why not be in the news again to remind everybody that I'm such a dumb fucking crazy person. Speaking of crazy people, like a maniac, Trump watches replays of his rallies. As Axios reports, Trump commentates as he watches, according to sources who sat with him and viewed replays on his TiVo, which is preloaded with his favorites on the large TV in the private dining room adjoining the Oval Office. When watching replays, Trump will interject commentary, revealing in his most controversial line, "Wait for it, see what I did there," he'll say. Earlier this year at CPAC, he pointed out a picture of himself and said, "I love to watch that guy speak." According to Axios, Trump also reportedly loved to relive his debate performances against Hillary Clinton. When he first took office, his favorite parts, the site writes, were when he invited 4 women who had been allegedly sexually harassed and assaulted by Clinton to the second presidential debate. And when he responded to a Clinton jive about her relief that Trump wasn't in charge of law in our country because you'd be in jail, he thinks it's the greatest thing that ever happened in the history of presidential debates. That's your taxpayer money is being spent having a lunatic in our fucking White House. That's what we got going, people. Now, to end things, let's talk about this Hank Kunneman. He's a right-wing pastor who runs One Voice Ministries in Omaha, Nebraska. He claims to be known for, quote, a strong prophetic anointing as he preaches, delivered a sermon last Sunday in which he ripped Christians who cannot see that President Trump is a man of war, fighting to promote God's agenda. Kunneman was outraged that his friend and fellow religious right activists like Harry Jackson, Alvela King, and others were being criticized for meeting with Trump at the White House, insisting that Trump is a Christian who reads his Bible and is being used by God to fight marriage equality and abortion, of course. God spoke to me about him, Kunneman said. He said, Hank, he's a work in progress, I said. What do you mean, he said. He's working at some things that you know not of, and some is none of your business, and he's progressing, I said. He's progressing, said God. That's right. I know the heart, you don't. Kunneman went on to claim that God had told him that opposition to Trump would remain through the 2020 election. But then, things will begin to shift. Things will begin to change. Yeah, it's either you either praise Trump or you get shot in the head. That's how things will change. You either get shot in the head or you will fucking praise him. That's what's going to change. God, apparently, as Hank goes on, God said, as David was a man of war, so there are certain things that this is on this president that I am requiring. This president has been called and appointed by God. Whether you like it, whether you agree with it, to be at war with some of these culture things, like it's okay to have man with man, women with women, it's okay, they say, to push God out of our schools. You forgot what we almost got elected in this land, Kunneman quote continued. And I'm going to say, for the record, whether you like it or not, you don't have to come here, you don't have to listen to me, you can turn me off right now. If we would have had that woman run president, she's on record on what her thoughts were, on where her agenda was concerning you and I, called the church. She's on record on what she thinks about abortion. It would have continued, and it would have gone a lot more gruesome and worse, and she would have allowed your tax money to fund it. He told his congregation that they better be grateful for that fact. That Trump being elected because this nation now has someone who is a friend of the church. The government doesn't pay for your abortions. They pay for the... Yes, your taxpayer money goes for the facility of an abortion, but if you want an abortion, you have to pay for it. Oh, God. And that's the thing, yeah, 2020, things will change after 2020. Yeah, it's called democracy will be over. And that's it for Honest Nonsense. See you later. I'm fucking tired of 50 minutes yelling.